So now, continuing this video once again. So starting with, suppose I am searching some strings which are started with a letter R, like Ram, Ramayan, R for Raurkela, R for anything. So in that way you can check by putting here R. Okay, the start with character. So it will result, if it declared, it will give the output true, otherwise it will give the false. Okay, already we have discussed this one, true or false. Now I am moving to is title. Already see, is it alphabet, purely alphabet, no numeric are there. So yes, it is true. We can use or operator. If or, what is or operator? There are two operator, and or. If both the conditions are true, okay, that means if I am writing here, if true, both the conditions are true in or, it will give output, it will give the output true, true or true, output true. Okay, if one thing, just remember, you just do this one, just you go through and practice this one, and or and by using or and. Okay, different conditions, true and false, false true, true true, true false, like this way, what the output is giving. Okay, and another is also not operator is there, not these three things we'll discuss, or and not. This all gives the boolean output. These three operators will give the boolean output. If the two conditions are true, and we are mentioning and, it will check the two conditions and returns true. If one is true, other is false, we are using and in between, then also it gives if one is false, it will give false, but in our case it will give true. Similarly, not, if we are checking, for example, I'm giving the example of not, x is equal to 300. Now I'm checking x, uh, not function I'm using, x greater than 200, this is false, because x is 300, 300 is greater than 200, it is always true, and I am putting a negative over and above, so it converted into false. For example, x is less than 200, that means this internal the statement x is less than 200 is true or false. This is false, but 300 is not less than 200. X is less than, this is false, and not of false, when it convert into a negative, that means it will come true. Okay, so converting a positive in true to false or false to true, will use this not function. Okay, then next we'll now discuss the list. What is list? List, it is defined in a square bracket, and it's a data structure which is mutable, changeable, orders sequence of elements, and it contains any element. Any element means it can contain the string, it can contain integers, it can contain the float values, any value it can contain. Okay, so basically if I check the type of the square bracket, this is the comes list. That means the list we can define a variable, you can assign a variable with list structure by using this parenthesis square bracket. Okay, so for example, I am writing I want to store one integer, one one string, one float. Okay, I have assigned x. These three things I have assigned to x variable. Okay, and I want to check what is the type of x. It is a list because it contains, it is in square bracket, and it contains three different values. So list, it can contains the similar values, similar data types, 3 3 3 3 3 5 6 integers you can put. Otherwise you can put different values as well. Okay, so it can contains different element as well. Okay, right. Now here I have defined my list. I have created my one list, that is called my list, and you can define inbuilt function also. You can use the square bracket, or you can use list function, inbuilt function. There is a called list inbuilt function. You can define a variable like this way, by square bracket or by using the list inbuilt functions. And I have assigned the three things into my list. This is Sarath, medicine, and the three integers are there. So I want to append, the inbuilt functions are there in the list command. You can append a list to the end of the list. For example, I want to add Behra, the end of list, 300. After that I want to add another element to this list. So the element is Behra, for example. So what I have to do, I have to run this one. See, now if I have to check what is the my list contents, it contains Sarath, medicine, 100 200 300. Earlier it was there, and I added Behra, append the Behra into the last element. Okay, the append command always add the element, the append command always add the element in the last of the list. Okay, and there is another inbuilt, the length is there. You can check the length of the list, how many elements are there in my list. So the length function we can use. There is a indexing. We can use different things in the as per my index. For example, this starts from 0 index. Okay, my list, this is the 0 index, this is 1st position, this is the 2nd position, 3rd, 4th index, and 5th index. Suppose I want to put 0 in the 0 index. I want to put another string Kumar. So in the what will happen? Starting position 0 string starting. The starting position Kumar is added. Okay, and there is indexing the list. We can use the indexing. How this is very important. You need to carefully listen this one. For example, I want to show my list with double colon. Okay, double colon means it will starts from, for example, I am giving an example here, my list. Okay, this will give an error, but if I'll give an double colon, single colon here, and before and after, it depends. If I have not mentioned, by default it takes from 0. Okay, from where to where you want to see the list. Okay, from 0th position, for example, I want to start from 0, and I'll check, I'll see towards the 4th index. Okay, 4th means the 3rd index, 0 to 4. So it will print 0 1 0 1 2 3 4 elements. It will print starting from 0th index. That means the last one, always remember the last